Oh yeah, this is going to be a monster of a video detailing every single milk molar and mega milk molar hidden around the backyard in Grounded. There's enough molars to completely max out the stats of your character, and using this guide you'll be able to find them all. But before embarking on your adventure, there's a few pieces of gear that you're going to need. The most important being the tier 2 insect hammer, which you'll need to crack open any of the milk molars that you find around the yard. You'll also need a tier 3 termite axe to cut through some roots and splinters in the upper yard. You're also going to need a bunch of brat burst bombs to break apart large rocks that seal off some of the yard's many caves and tunnels. And since some of the molars can only be found underwater, you're going to need a tier 2 spider fang dagger or something equivalent to serve as an underwater cutting tool. I also suggest bringing a bubble helmet, fin flops, and slime mold lanterns to make securing underwater molars a little bit safer. And because some of the molars are located in the haze region, a gas mask might also come in handy. A dandelion tuft glider will also help for some of the platforming puzzles, and since many molars are hidden in dark caves, I highly recommend bringing torches. And finally, for at least one of these molars, you'll need a black ant shovel to do some digging. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. Throughout this guide, we'll be covering 73 milk molars and 45 mega milk molars scattered across 22 different regions of the backyard. Here's an image of a map with all of the locations on it that you can find for yourself on the official Grounded Discord, the Grounded Wiki, or even in my Discord linked down below in the description for your clicking pleasure. With all of that out of the way, I'm Tiny Pirate Gaming, what up? And this is the ultimate milk molar guide for Grounded.
Whoa, I'm not just small, I'm tiny. This is freaking awesome!
First, we'll be covering the oak tree, where you can find 5 milk molars and 3 mega milk molars. One of the easiest milk molars to find is located under the backside of the Whelp flavor drink landmark. Here it is on the map. There's another molar that's easy to find close to the Squirt's milk carton along the southeastern bank of the pond.
I don't want any part of that spider. Not one.
Here it is on the map. In order to get this one, you'll need to go deep into Oak Lab and make your way into the dark tunnels that connect the lab modules with the old anthill.
Whew, I'm beat. Let's find someplace safe and catch some Z's.
You'll find the molar on an elevated ledge that looks down over the tunnels of the anthill. Here it is on the map. The next molar is located on the north side of the oak tree between some roots where a wolf spider usually sleeps, so you'll either have to bash it or be extra sneaky when you go to grab it.
I am very, very sneaky, sir.
Here it is on the map. For this next molar, you'll definitely need diving gear because it's located along the wall of a submerged tunnel that connects Oak Lab to the pond. In the deep flooded area of Oak Lab, you'll need to swim down into an underwater tunnel and make your way through its winding corridors while avoiding confrontations with diving bell spiders. After swimming through a damaged lab module, you'll eventually find the molar orb along the left-hand side of the tunnel. Using a tier 2 dagger, you can cut through the soggy roots to claim it for yourself. Here it is on the map. There's also a Mega Molar located down in the submerged tunnel beneath of Oak Lab that you can reach by swimming through the damaged lab module and continuing down until you reach a larger chamber. This chamber is the home of a few diving bell spiders, and if you swim down to the bottom corner, you'll find the golden Mega Milk Molar nestled behind some soggy roots. Here it is on the map. The next Mega Molar can be easily claimed because it's located in the battery room of Oak Lab and can be found tucked away in the corner beneath of one of the batteries. The final Mega Molar in this region is located under the center of the oak tree, and you'll need to bring a Bratburst bomb to access it. Also be aware that this is a wolf spider den, and if you've already deactivated the weed killer spray bottle in the haze region, it might also have an infected wolf spider inside. Using a Bratburst bomb, you'll be able to destroy the cracked rock wedged between the roots and claim the molar hidden behind. Here it is on the map. The next region we're going to cover is the lower grasslands, which spans the area between the oak tree, the haze, and the hedge, and contains 4 Milk Molars and 2 Mega Molars. If you travel to the northwest corner of the pond, close to the Franken line, and then follow the cliff wall to the west, you'll discover a small puddle of water, along with a Milk Molar tucked between some leaves. Here it is on the map. Another molar can be found down inside of the red anthill. This is the entrance to the red anthill right here on the map, and if you follow the tunnel down along the right side wall, you'll discover a large chamber with an elevated ledge.
Yo, Ant!
Beneath of this ledge on the chamber's lower floor, you'll find the molar. Here it is on the map. To the west of the hedge is an unnamed landmark known as Plank Cliff. Underneath of this protruding plank of lumber is a wolf spider den, and down inside is another Milk Molar, and usually a wolf spider and a crap biscuit load of spiderlings.
Caught in a web!
Here it is on the map. Next, you can find a molar under the house's porch in a section that's usually lorded over by a wolf spider, so bash it or be extra sneaky.
I am very, very sneaky, sir.
Here it is on the map. The easiest Mega Molar to find in this region can be found atop the Jabicola landmark to the southwest of the pond. In order to reach it, you'll need to use the hot dog tray as a ramp. Here it is on the map. The final Mega Molar in this region is located inside of an underground tunnel that's accessible from 2 different locations. I recommend using the entrance in the area formerly known as Spade Gulch. I think it's called Trout Gulch now, but it'll always be Spade Gulch to me. You'll also need 2 Bratburst bombs to blast your way inside, regardless of which entrance you decide to use. Once inside, you'll find a field station, and if you make a U-turn down the tunnel beside of it, you will discover a flooded portion of the tunnel system. Submerged in this tunnel is the final Mega Milk Molar in this region, and you'll need to cut through some soggy roots with a tier 2 dagger to obtain it. Here it is on the map. The next region we're covering is the hedge, which can be found in the southeast corner of the yard. This region also contains the hedge lab, which you'll need to complete for the story quest of the game. In this region you can find 6 Milk Molars and 3 Mega Milk Molars. Atop the electrical socket along the wall of the house, located between the house's porch and the hedge, is a hard to reach molar that can be platformed to with enough patience. Or you could just build a clover ramp to save yourself the frustration. Here it is on the map. This next molar can be found atop the Apricot Puncho landmark wedged up in the branches of the hedge. In order to reach it, you'll need to make your way up into the branches following the winding weaving path as if you were going to the hedge lab. When you find the juice box, you can go around behind it, and from there you'll be able to platform your way up some leaves and eventually onto the top of the box. You'll probably need to use a dandelion glider and try to land on the downward sloping edge of the juice box, but if the platforming is too frustrating, you can also build a ramp to reach it. And what kind of YouTuber would I be if I didn't show you this? Here it is on the map. This next molar is super easy to get because it's found on the ground level of the hedge, located in the southeastern corner of the map, between the fence and the wall of the house. Here it is on the map. The next molar is located in the hedge lab, and you'll need to open up some of the doors in order to reach it. Make your way through the lab, bashing open the web-covered doors until you reach the highest room where you'll find shelves of resources and a zipline. By using this zipline, you'll be able to drop down onto the top of the hedge lab's corridors. The molar is located on top of the lab's highest module, so you'll need to follow the corridor up through some branches in order to reach it. Here it is on the map. This next molar is much easier to get and is located on the ground level of the hedge inside of one of the broken lab module hallways. There's usually a bunch of spiders in this area, so watch yourself.
It's too sticky!
Here it is on the map. This molar is found up in the branches close to the hedge lab and can be located wedged between some branch twigs and leaves that stick out over the rest of the yard. You can get here by using the top of the hedge lab and making your way through the branches in the back. This is actually the same path that you'll need to take to get the recipe for the Broodmother BLT, and the molar can be found directly beneath of the scientific observation pod where the recipe is located. Here it is on the map. In order to get this mega molar, you'll need to get up onto the bird bath. Like many other places around the yard, there's different ways to do this, but the fastest and easiest way is to simply build a clover ramp. Once you reach the top, the mega molar can be found on the back corner of the bird bath's lower tier. Here it is on the map. There's another mega molar found in the hedge lab, and the easiest way to reach it is to start from the bottom door, which will be open if you perform the biometric scanner when first ziplining into the lab's breached area. If you follow the hallway up, you'll come across a broken section in the wall, and outside of this breach, you'll find the mega molar perched on a branch that's beneath of a zipline. Here it is on the map. The final mega molar in the hedge region is located on the ground level beneath of the hedge lab. If you travel north from here, you'll discover a stone cliff that separates the hedge from the moldork region of the upper yard. Tucked along this wall, you'll find the golden tooth-shaped vitamin that's seemingly guarded by a lone stink bug and sometimes some orb-weaver spiders. Here it is on the map. In the pond region, you can find 4 milk molars and 3 mega milk molars, and diving gear will be required to collect them all safely, so make sure you've got your bubble helmet and fin flops with you before setting out on this adventure. One of the easiest molars to find here is on the north side of the pond, located close to some tall flowers and nestled against the stone wall that separates the upper and lower yards. Here it is on the map. This molar is located underwater beside of a rotten log at the bottom of the pond. The log can be found beneath of the cleaning net, also known as a pond skimmer, and you'll need to use an underwater cutting tool to cut through some soggy roots in order to get it. Here it is on the map. For this molar, you'll need to travel down into the subterranean pond depths and then swim over to the broken lab modules of the pond. This molar is found in the submerged lab modules that you'll need to navigate anyway while completing the story. Inside of the slanted lab module with the big yellow switch, you'll find the molar in the lower corner of the room surrounded by soggy roots. Here it is on the map. The final molar in this region is found in a submerged tunnel along the north side of the pond. The easiest way to reach it is to look for bubbles rising from an air tube underwater and then swim down to the bottom where you can find the submerged tunnel along the wall above the punctured air tube. Here it is on the map. In the back of this tunnel, you'll find more soggy roots to cut through before you can claim the molar. Here it is on the map. For this next Mega Molar, you're going to have to get the key to open the sunken treasure chest found in the pond's depths. The fastest and easiest way to get the key is to start from the pond lab's lower hatch and swim down into the depths. Along the back wall of this area, you can find a water jet pushing away from a cave that's covered in algae. Make your way to the end of this tunnel where you'll discover the mossy key. Just watch out for the diving bell spiders. Once you have the key, you'll need to make your way back into the main corridor of the depths and then swim back towards the sunken T-Rex toy. The treasure chest can be found along the floor of the depths under a water jet tower, and after opening it you'll be rewarded with a Mega Molar as well as the sunken treasure auxiliary burgle chip. Here it is on the map. This next Mega Molar is also located in the pond depths and can be found along the wall of the corridor close to the sunken treasure chest. If you check the north side wall close to the first water jet, you can find it behind some soggy roots easily enough due to the golden glow it creates in the surrounding water. Here it is on the map. The final Mega Molar in this region can be easily found on the surface around the backside of the pond. If you go to the northeast corner of the pond's border, to the north of the pagoda, you'll find this molar positioned along the wall, separating the upper yard's ledge from the pond region of the lower yard. Here it is on the map. Next, we're moving on to the haze region, so you're probably going to need a gas mask. There are 2 Milk Molars and 3 Mega Milk Molars to be discovered here, and most of them are fairly easy to get. If you start from the field station in the middle of the haze and travel northwest, you'll eventually come across a deep canyon. In the western edge of this canyon, you can find the molar alongside an explosive spore of fungal growth. Here it is on the map. The next molar is very easy to find because it's located down in the canyon, practically beneath of the haze region's field station. Simply drop down from the field station and crack it open using your hammer. Here it is on the map. To reach this Mega Molar, it's easiest to start around the Rake Rock and then travel to the haze-filled canyon to the north side of the huge stone. This is the side with the rake handle, and down in the canyon, tucked back in the corner, you'll find the golden tooth-shaped vitamin. Here it is on the map. This next Mega Molar can be found close to Rake Rock, much like the last one. This time you'll want to travel to the south side of Rake Rock and drop down into the haze-filled canyon. This is the area between Rake Rock and the house's porch, and tucked away in a corner of this canyon is the Mega Molar for you to acquire. Here it is on the map. The final Mega Molar of this region is also the most difficult to reach. You're going to need diving gear because it is found deep in the water pipes that run beneath of the haze. In order to access these waterways, you'll need to travel to the exposed pipe that's found on the east side of the sandbox. Here it is on the map. Travel down into this pipe and swim through the tunnel until you reach an intersection. From here, you'll want to take the right side tunnel and follow it all the way to the end. You'll need to cut through some soggy roots and contend with some diving bell spiders, but at the end you'll find the glowing orb of Mega Molar mightiness along with a raw science orb and a scab scheme. Here it is on the map. Now we're moving on to the trash pile region, found in the backyard southwest corner, where you can find 2 Milk Molars and 2 Mega Milk Molars. One of the entrances to the Black Ant Lab can also be found here, but we'll be treating that labyrinth as its own unique region for the sake of this video. An easy to grab molar is found close to the Black Ant Hill descent in the middle of the trash pile. Behind the packaging for a yoke girth action figure, you'll find the molar with little to no trouble. Here it is on the map. For the next molar, you'll need to climb your way all the way to the top of the tallest trash can in the region. You can do this by making your way through the tipped over trash can and up on top of it by climbing the trash in the back of the can and using a rusted out hole to reach the top side. From here, make your way across a twig and then jump over to the top of the trash computer monitor, where you can use a shovel as a ramp to reach the top of the tallest trash can. Once you get up here, you can claim the molar from the inside of the blue colored thermos cup. Here it is on the map. There's a Mega Molar that can be found amongst the pile of trash in the back of the tipped over trash can that's super easy to get. Just make sure to wear a gas mask so you don't take damage from the toxic fumes of the trashy food. Here it is on the map. The final Mega Molar in this region can be found inside of a partially submerged can in the central region of the trash pile. To reach it quickly, just travel south of the Black Ant Hill descent and you'll spot the can beside of the cooler box and near some toadstools. Here it is on the map. Now we're going to cover the Black Ant Lab, where you can find 2 Milk Molars and 2 Mega Milk Molars, and you're going to need to bring some Bratwurst bombs. The easiest way to find the first molar is to start at the entrance to the Black Ant Hill found in the trash pile. Follow the tunnel down and make sure to hug the right hand wall as you go. Doing so will take you down into the hill, through a corridor with electric lights, past a portion of lab modules, and eventually into a dark tunnel. Keep following the right-hand wall until you pass by a cluster of roots. Not long after this, the tunnel will branch off to the right and curve back around, leading you to a cracked rock. Using a brat burst bomb, you can destroy this obstruction, and behind it you will find the molar. Here it is on the map. For the next molar, you'll need to have activated the terminals in the Black Ant Lab that are marked with the letters A and B to open up all of the locked doors. Once you have all those doors unlocked, you can take the tunnel from the trash pile down and follow the right-hand wall again. This time, however, you're going to take the tunnel all the way to the end where it opens up into a larger chamber. On the left-hand side of this chamber, you'll find a door marked with the letter B. Right behind this door is where you'll find the molar. Here it is on the map. Much like the last molar, these next two mega molars will require you to activate both of the door control terminals found in the Black Ant Lab. If you start from the lab room with the control terminal marked with a letter B and follow the tunnel outside with the electrical lights on the ceiling, it will lead you back around to the lab's main chamber. At the bottom of this chamber, you'll find a door marked with the letter B. Enter this door and follow the ramped lab module down through another door. After passing through the door, turn left and you'll see a cracked rock blocking off another tunnel. Destroy it using a brat burst bomb and make your way inside where you can grab some raw science. The end of this short tunnel is blocked with another cracked rock, so destroy it too and make your way into the back of the chamber that is hidden behind. After climbing some dirt clumps and roots, you'll discover the mega molar tucked away in one of the corners of the chamber. Here it is on the map. The final mega molar in this region is found behind the door marked with the letter B that leads down into the bottommost chamber of the Black Ant Lab. Continue down this tunnel until it opens up into a chamber with a huge blast door on one side. Behind this door is the lab's boss fight, the assistant manager, but that's not what we're here for. So instead, travel up the short slanted incline found to the right of the blast door, being sure to bash or avoid the black soldier ants in the area, and you'll find the mega molar at the top. Here it is on the map. Now let's talk about the sandbox and all of the molars that can be found in this region. Also, you might want to invest some time in crafting a set of antlion armor to protect yourself from the sizzle effects found in this region during the daylight hours. Or, you could just come here at night. Anyway, there's 3 milk molars and 2 mega milk molars to be found here. The first one I'm going to cover is actually found on the east side of the sandbox between the fence and the ledge of the sandbox. So it's technically not in the sandbox, but it's close. In order to reach it, all you have to do is run around to the back side of the sandbox. I recommend using the south side to avoid the cluster of orb weaver spiders that can be found to the north. Here it is on the map. This next molar is going to require some building to reach. You can use ladders, walls, ramps, or whatever else you want. The important thing is that you reach the highest tower at the center of the sandcastle to obtain the molar. Here it is on the map. In order to get this next molar, you'll need a black ant shovel, then travel to the yellow toy shovel in the middle of the sandbox. To the north of the shovel, you'll find a dig spot that will reward you with a melted moat key right here on the map. Once you have the key, you can travel to the south side of the sandcastle and swim into the moat to discover a submerged treasure chest. Upon opening it, you'll be rewarded with a Milk Molar orb. Here it is on the map. This is also the location of the recipe for the salty morning star, so be sure to snag that too. Retrieving this next molar is going to test your mastery of the combat mechanics because you'll have to defeat one of the pitted antlions to access it. These antlions can be quite challenging, but they are weak to slashing damage, so I suggest using a dagger or the antlion greatsword to inflict the most damage.
That's a lot of damage.
Here's where the antlion pit can be found on the map.
No, that's a lot of damage.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Hail science!
I'm just saying. Waka waka!
After defeating the antlion, you can descend down into the tunnel where you'll usually have to fight another antlion, but since I recorded all of this in custom mode, I didn't have to do that. At the bottom of this tunnel is where you'll find the Mega Molar, and there's also a chunk of Supreme Quartzite down here that you can crack open if you've got a tier 3 hammer. Here it is on the map. The final molar in the sandbox region will require you to build to reach it. You can build whatever you want, ladders, walls, stairs, foundations, it doesn't matter. The important thing is that you have to be able to get into the large cactus pot on the south side of the sandbox's ledge. Once you've gotten inside, you'll find the molar in the center of the pot amongst the various cactus plants. Here it is on the map. Moving on to our next region, we're going to cover the picnic table where you can find 2 milk molars and 2 mega milk molars. For this molar, you'll need to get on top of the picnic table and then travel to the south edge. This is the side that's closest to the sandbox. If you look down to the bench below, you'll spot an open yellow lunchbox that you'll be able to jump down into safely by using a glider. The molar is found on the scooping end of the spork or foon, which will also serve as the ramp to get back out. Here it is on the map. The next molar is located on the ground beneath of the picnic table. Under the center of the table's northern bench, you'll find a near empty bottle of Milk Molar vitamins. At the bottom of this bottle, there's a single molar remaining that can be easily obtained by simply going down inside. Here it is on the map. In order to get this Mega Molar, you'll need to have a black ant shovel. Beneath of the picnic table's west side, you can find a giant boot print with some gum stuck into the tread. The Mega Molar is hidden beneath of the gum, so you'll need to use your tier 2 shovel to break through before you can get it. Here it is on the map. The final molar in this region will require you to access the treasure chest at the end of the Minotaur's maze. In order to do this, you'll need to travel to the south side of the picnic table to an exposed pipe located between the sandbox and the table. Here it is on the map. Make your way down into this pipe and make sure you bring a tier 2 dagger like a bone dagger or a spider fang dagger with you. After swimming through a short underwater corridor, you'll reach some soggy roots that you can cut through using your dagger. Behind them you'll find the Minotaur Maze key. Now that you've got the key, travel to the top side of the picnic table and make your way into the maze. You can reach the end of the maze by going left, then right again through a partially open door.
Rose, what is that? Some kind of Ant-Man?
Take this path all the way to the end where you'll find the treasure chest, and inside you can get the picnic burgle chip, some upgrade stones, and the Mega Molar. Here it is on the map. This next section of the guide takes us to the upper yard ascent, which is roughly the area between the garden gnome and the tipped over grill. It's not fully in the upper yard, there's a field station here, and there's also 3 milk molars. The first molar I'm going to cover is the easiest to get because it's found at the literal upper yard ascent landmark, which is located north of the garden gnome. The molar is wedged behind a stone in the wall, and if you continue to follow this platforming puzzle up, it will take you to the upper yard ascent area, though you will need a bratwurst. Here it is on the map. The next molar is located down in the depths of the ladybird larva caves that span beneath of the surface of the upper yard ascent. You can find an entrance to this cave beneath of the local field station right here on the map. You'll need to travel down inside, and I highly recommend bringing good gear because you're going to be swarmed by ladybird larvae. Don't let the video footage fool you, I filmed these walkthroughs in a custom world with the creature aggro turned off. Under normal survival settings, you'll have to battle or avoid dozens of aggressive larvae to obtain this molar. Anyway, to reach the molar, the easiest way is to just hug the right hand wall until it loops back around into a chamber where you can find it alongside some upgrade stones. Here it is on the map.
Check your D. Ladybird larva woke up.
The final molar in this region is also located inside of the ladybird larva cave, and to reach it I suggest starting at the entrance beneath of the field station right here on the map. When you travel down inside, hug the left-hand wall as the tunnels wind and weave deeper and deeper until you'll eventually reach a larger corridor where you can spot the molar tucked away on an upper ledge. Using some ledges in this chamber and some platforming proficiency, you can climb up to this molar and crack it open with your hammer. Here it is on the map. Located to the west of the upper yard ascent is the barbecue region where you can find 1 milk molar and 2 mega milk molars. You'll probably want to wear some antlion gear and also activate the mutation Fresh Defense in this region to avoid being roasted by the heat. To reach the milk molar, you'll need to go to the upper yard and get inside of the charcoal bag that's beside the tipped over grill. You can use the grill's lid to reach the bag safely, and the entrance hole is found on the northwest corner right beneath of a yard light. Once inside, you'll find the molar nestled among some charcoal in the corner. Here it is on the map. This mega molar is located beneath of the grill's lid and is easy to find. Just be careful because it's usually guarded by wolf spiders. Here it is on the map. The final mega molar in this region is where you might need some sizzle protection because it's located inside of the tipped over grill along with the burning charcoal. In order to reach it, you'll need to climb inside of the grill and run around to the backside of the cooking grate where you'll be able to find the molar nestled against a metal crossbar. Here it is on the map. Now we're moving on to the upper yard canyons, the region of the upper yard between the grill and the woodpile where you can find 3 milk molars and 2 mega milk molars. The fastest and easiest way to reach this molar is to start from the east leg of the tipped over grill. From here, travel north to the edge of the canyon and look out over the edge to locate an exposed and broken pipe. This pipe has a crack in it, and from the top of the canyon you'll be able to drop down inside very easily to claim the molar. Here it is on the map. There's lots of different ways to reach this next one, but I find it's easiest to start from the abandoned gardening glove, where you can look down into the canyons to the east and spot the molar on one of the ledges. From here, you can easily glide down and grab it without the frustration of the platforming puzzles found below. Here it is on the map. Moving on to the final Milk Molar takes us to the pink bicycle leaning against the fence. The molar is wedged up in the pedal mechanism along the bike's frame and will require some building to reach. Here it is on the map. This Mega Molar is located deep down in the bottom of the upper yard's canyons, and the easiest way to find it is to use the curved leaf that acts as a ramp between the deeper areas of the canyons and the not so deep areas of the canyon. From here, you'll want to look for a tunnel that's filled with webs, and in the back of that tunnel is where you can find the molar. Here it is on the map. The final Mega Molar in the Upper Yards Canyon region is easiest to reach if you start from the leaning yard light. From here, you'll want to drop down into the canyons and look along the wall for a cave that leads down into the dirt. This cave is not a marked landmark and will be filled with aggressive termites, so be ready for that. Here it is on the map. Hug the right-hand wall of this tunnel until you reach the bottom, where you'll find the Mega Molar in a chamber with an upgrade stone. You'll actually need to use the stone to jump up onto the ledge, and if you've already gotten it, or Obsidian Entertainment has already relocated it, then you'll need to use a bomb to blast open the tunnel's other corridors to reach the molar on the elevated ledge. Here it is on the map. This next section is going to cover the Woodpile region, which contains 2 Milk Molars and 2 Mega Milk Molars. To reach the first molar, you can start at the bottom of the woodpile where the entrance to the termite tunnels can be seen. Using the slanted logs as ramps and walkways, climb up to the top of the woodpile and make your way under the flap of the blue tarp. Be aware that this is a spider den, so be careful. Anyway, the molar can easily be found as soon as you enter the small den under the tarp. Here it is on the map. Starting from the bottom of the woodpile, you can climb up to the top again and make your way to the west side of the piled up logs until you reach a spot where you'll be able to drop down into the upper entrance to the termite tunnels.
Don't let your dreams be dreams. Just do it!
Once you enter the tunnels, you'll need to hug the left-hand wall until it takes a turn to the left into a smaller chamber.
Time to call the exterminators.
From here, turn right and follow this tunnel all the way to the end where you'll find the molar. Here it is on the map. In order to reach the next molar, you'll need to climb to the top of the woodpile and make your way onto the top of the blue tarp. From here, travel to the backside of the tarp, along the edge that's closest to the wall of the shed, where you can find the Mega Molar hidden behind a baseball. Here it is on the map. For the final Mega Molar in the Woodpile region, you'll need to make your way into the termite tunnels, and you'll also need a tier 3 termite axe to chop through some splinters. If you use the elevated western entrance into the tunnels, it will give you the most direct path to the molar. Once inside, you'll need to travel straight through until it opens up into a larger chamber with light shining in through the ceiling. Continue traveling straight through this chamber until you reach a tunnel that's blocked off by splinters. Using your tier 3 axe, break through the splinters and follow the tunnel all the way to the end, where you can find some upgrade stones, the Woodpile Burgle Chip, and the Mega Molar. This is also the Termite King's Den, so be ready for some fighting or flighting when you go down there.
Stop the termite army, cut off the head of the termite king.
Here it is on the map. The next region we'll be covering is the shed porch, where you can find 2 milk molars and a single mega milk molar. This molar is found on the ground level beneath of the shed's porch. If you go to the section under the porch beneath of the leaning wheel of the red bicycle, you can find the molar wedged between some broken ceramic pots. Keep in mind that this area will be overrun by infected creatures if you've turned off the weed killer spray bottle in the haze. Here it is on the map. To reach this next molar, you'll need to bring a Bratburst bomb, and just so you know, you're going to have to go into a Black Widow spider den, so be ready for that. If you travel to the southeast corner of the shed's porch, you can find a cave that's blocked off by a cracked rock on the ground level. Using a Bratburst bomb, you can destroy the rock and gain access to a short tunnel that leads into the spider den. You'll need to drop down into the hole in the floor, make your way across the spider den, and ascend back up the far tunnel to reach the ledge where the molar is located. Here it is on the map. For the final molar in this region, you'll need to get to the top of the shed's porch. The easiest way to do this is to use the wheel and frame of the red bicycle.
Yesterday, you said tomorrow. So just do it! Make your dreams come true!
Once you get to the top, you'll need to make your way over to the potted plants and climb up into the one that's closest to the shed by using the hedge clippers as a ramp. From here, you'll need to platform to the top of the plant using the leaves and then glide over to the ledge that runs along the bottom of the shed's wall.
And knowing is half the battle.
Using this ledge, travel west until you reach a smaller potted plant down below that you'll be able to drop down into and claim the Mega Molar. Here it is on the map. This next region is what I call the junk zone, and it's rather expansive, covering the back portion of the upper yard from the east side of the shed to the aluminum ladder. There are a total of 7 milk molars located across this area, and keep in mind that the entire eastern region of the upper yard is filled with hostile creatures, so before doing any molar hunting in these locations, make sure you're ready for some tough fights. This first molar is easy enough to grab because it's located along the back wall of the yard between some bricks and partially hidden by some vine leaves. There's also sometimes a wolf spider patrolling this area, so keep your head on a swivel so you don't get sneaked up on.
I am very, very sneaky, sir.
Here it is on the map. To reach this molar, travel to the toolbox where you can use a screwdriver as a platform to jump into the open drawer. Using the ledge of the drawer, a wrench as a ramp, and a blade of grass, you'll be able to climb into the drawer above where the molar can be found tucked away in a back corner. Here it is on the map. The next molar is located inside of some ceramic pots found between the giant paint buckets along the back wall of the yard. If you go to the back of the ceramic pots and jump through the hole, you can easily claim the molar that's hidden away inside. Here it is on the map. This molar is nestled along the rungs of the aluminum ladder along the side that's resting on the ground. In order to reach it, you'll need to run along the edge of the ladder until you reach the section between the bottom and second step. The molar is down inside of this section tucked away in one of the corners. Here it is on the map. This molar is one of the more challenging ones to acquire. You'll first need to make your way to the top of the aluminum ladder by using the lawnmower as a ramp. There's a wheel you can use to get onto the deck of the lawnmower, and from there you can use the handle to reach the top of the ladder.
Fearsome beasts of the mountains and plains.
I seen a bear so powerful that it snapped a man's body in half with his huge jaws.
Once you're on top of the ladder, travel down the side that's closest to the yard's wall until you reach the very end where you can jump onto the bricks.
Oh, that's hot.
Next, use the branches and the leaves of the vines to platform your way up along the wall until you reach a ledge with a notched out brick where you'll spot a wad of chewed up bubblegum.
I am shocked. Shocked. Well, not that shocked.
Here it is on the map. Using a tier 2 shovel, you can break through the gum to obtain the sticky key. Once you have this key, you now need to make your way to the flooded tire on the far side of the junk zone region, roughly in the center of the upper yard. You'll need to use some plants to platform inside of the tire and then jump down into the water where you can find a submerged treasure chest. Inside of the treasure, you'll be rewarded with 2 Molar orbs and the recipe to craft bomb arrows. Here it is on the map. This next molar is super easy to get because it's located against the outer wall of the flooded tire. The easiest way to reach it is to find the bright Fizzam can landmark and then travel east towards the tire where you'll find it wedged against the tread. Here it is on the map. For the final molar in this region, you'll need to make your way to the top side of the aluminum ladder using the lawnmower and its handle as a ramp.
I seen a badger with paws as big as frying pans. Now that'd rip your face right off. Right off.
Once you're on top of the ladder, travel down the back side until you reach the swiveling crossbeam that connects the 2 sections. The molar is wedged in the joint between the ladder's rungs along the other side, so you'll need to use a glider to drop down into this elevated section where you can claim the molar for yourself. Here it is on the map. The next area we're looking at is the jungle anthill or fire anthill, whatever you want to call it. It's the anthill in the eastern regions of the upper yard. Within its winding maze of corridors, you can find 2 milk molars and 3 mega milk molars. For this molar, if you start at the entrance to the jungle anthill, which is located right here on the map, and follow the tunnel down while hugging the right hand wall, you'll eventually emerge into an open air canyon.
Don't you know any other tune?
Near the bottom of this canyon, you'll be able to spot the molar resting on a rock. The easiest way to get it is to drop down from above to avoid any problematic platforming, and you can also drop down from the surface if you want to avoid the tunnels. Here it is on the map. If you start at the jungle anthill entrance, you can easily find this next molar by following the left side wall of the tunnel down until it opens up into a larger chamber. The molar is wedged on an upper ledge next to a root that's easy to jump up to, so you shouldn't have any trouble grabbing it, apart from the aggressive fire ants, that is. Here it is on the map. The fastest way to reach this mega molar is to start at the overturned sour candy container, which is located right here on the map. From here, you'll need to make your way into the upper canyon by following the upper ledge and avoiding any aggressive ants if you're playing on survival. This ledged path will lead you to a tunnel that goes down into the fire anthill. Follow this tunnel down and stay against the right side wall until you find the mega molar resting along the tunnel's path. Here it is on the map. This next Mega Molar is one of the most challenging collectibles to acquire because you're going to need to perform some precise platforming to reach it.
This works wet or dry.
If you start at the jungle anthill entrance and follow the tunnel while hugging the right hand wall, it will take you to the open air canyon. Drop down to the bottom of the canyon and travel into the tunnel, following it until it opens up into a massive chamber. Along the top of this chamber are ledges that you'll need to jump across to reach the molar. This platforming puzzle can be quite frustrating, but with enough practice and patience, you'll be able to get it.
Oh my. I'm very poppin', y'all.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Right off! There's nothing you can do with that. Just rip it off.
No matter how difficult it gets. It took me a full 3 years to get this strong. 100 push-ups, 100 sit-ups, and 100 squats. Then a 10-kilometer run. Do it every single day.
Here it is on the map. In order to get this Mega Molar, you're going to need a Bratburst Bomb. Then come to the Jungle Anthill entrance, which is located right here on the map. Follow the right-hand wall of this tunnel down until you discover a cracked rock. Using a Bratburst Bomb, you can destroy the rock and easily find the Mega Molar. Here it is on the map. The next region we're going to cover is the Rotten Log, where you can find 1 Milk Molar and 1 Mega Milk Molar. To reach the Milk Molar, you can start at this end of the Rotten Log and follow the central ramp up until you can jump to the north side of the Rotten Log's outer wall. Using the fungal growths, you can climb higher and then platform your way back to the elevated ledges on the far section of the log. Follow these ledges around the edge of the log until you get to the exterior side where you can carefully climb to the top.
While you're gonna wake up and work hard at it. Nothing is impossible.
Once on top, you'll need to jump across the gap to reach the section of the log where the molar is wedged beneath a piece of bark. You can also build to get here if you want to avoid the platforming. Here it is on the map. In order to reach the Mega Molar, you'll need to use the ramp in the center of the log's interior canyon to platform your way up along the south side ledges. Carefully climbing these ledges will eventually lead you to the outside of the log, where you can climb up higher, making your way towards the southern tip. Once you reach the highest ledge of the log's southern tip, you can find the Mega Molar nestled in the bark beside of a moth spawn point. Here it is on the map. The next section we're covering is the Tree Stump region, where you can find 3 Milk Molars and 3 Mega Milk Molars. Also, most of these molars are wedged up in hard to reach places that require you to complete platform puzzles with professional proficiency. Or, you could just build ramps. That's what I did. The best way to reach this molar is to build an elevated ramp system that you can jump down from, which will allow you to use your glider to reach it safely and without frustration. I'm sure there's a way to parkour to it, but
Ain't nobody got time for that.
here it is on the map. This next molar is much easier to reach since it's located in the bottom of the tree stump, wedged between some roots beside of a broken lab module. You can reach it by simply climbing up the roots. Here it is on the map. This molar is located down in the tree stump lab, which means you'll need to access this door before you can claim it. In order to open the tree stump lab, you'll first need the assistant manager's keycard, which you can get by completing the black ant lab. Then you'll need to activate a switch inside one of the pond's outpost labs. The outpost lab with the switch is located right next to the pond lab's observation dome, and you can find it by looking for the red lights illuminating the water outside of the lab module. Anyway, once you have access to the tree stump lab, you'll need to go inside and complete a platforming puzzle to reach the non-slanted section of the lab.
Oh, behave. Yeah.
Yeah, baby.
Inside of this non-slanted section, you can find the molar wedged in the corner of a mangled lab module. Here it is on the map. This Mega Molar is easy to find because if you come to the backside of the tree stump in the northeast corner of the yard, you can locate it down inside of a plastic pipe that's protruding from the ground. Here it is on the map. The next Mega Molar can be found on the rotting wood in the center of the tree stump, right above the door that leads down into the slanted stump lab. The easiest way to reach it is to build a ramp that you can use to jump to it, or spend excessive amounts of time experimenting with platforming puzzles.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Here it is on the map.
Don't you know any other goddamn tune?
The final Mega Molar in this region is also the most difficult to reach because it's nestled up in the highest tip of the tree stump. And there's only two ways to get there: build or build. You can platform too, probably, but I recommend building for the sake of your sanity. With a tall enough tower, stairway, or ramp system, you can reach the molar by drifting down to its location safely with a glider. Here it is on the map. Do you like building? Well, you better like building, because to reach both of the molars in the wheelbarrow region, the best way to do it is to build a big ramp. I recommend building the ramp so that it leads to the field station located in the brick section of the yard's fence. To reach the milk molar in this region, you'll need to get on top of the wheelbarrow and then glide down to where the molar is wedged beside of the tire on the north side. To reach the only Mega Molar in the wheelbarrow region, you need to get to the field station that's located high up in the brick section of the yard's fence. I suggest building to reach it, but there are some vines you can platform through if you want. You'll find the molar right beside of this field station on this ledge. Here it is on the map. The next region covers the section of the upper yard that spans along the ledge overlooking the pond, or as I like to call it, the upper yard ledge. Here you can find 5 Milk Molar locations and 1 Mega Molar, and one of the Molar locations will reward you with multiple stat boosting power-ups. To reach this first Molar, you'll want to come to the mixer located in the garden of small berry shrubs. The Molar can be found wedged up in the branches of the shrub closest to the mixer station, and you'll probably need to build a bit to reach it. Once you're able to get up into the shrub, you'll be able to platform to it using the branches. Here it is on the map. This next location will reward you with multiple molars, so if you want to boost your stats quickly, this spot is a great place to check out early. In order to find it, the best place to start is at this field station where you can see the partially buried molar bottle protruding from the ground. From the bottle, if you look south, you'll be able to spot the blue bottle cap a few dozen centimeters away. Beneath of this cap is a short tunnel that leads into the bottle where you can claim a whole bunch of milk molars. Here it is on the map.
Once there was a hawk that swooped down from the sky and plucked a man's eyeballs out of his sockets.
Reaching this molar is easy because you'll only need to come to the Puncho juice box along the upper yard's ledge, overlooking the pond. From here, you can peer out over the ledge where you'll be able to spot the molar perched on a small outcropping below. And now all you have to do is glide down to it. It's so easy. Here it is on the map. This molar is down inside of a cave that's found along the upper yard's ledge and is located right here on the map. Inside of the cave, you'll need to use a bouncy ball to reach the elevated ledge where the molar is hidden. You can move the bouncy ball by hitting it with your weapon or by simply pushing against it. You'll need to position the ball in the center of the large chamber so that you can use it as a platform to reach the molar.
And of course, make sure you eat 3 meals daily. Just a banana in the morning is fine. But never ever use the air conditioner in the summer, or heat in the winter, so you can strengthen the mind.
No! What are you waiting for? Do it!
Here it is on the map. The next molar is located down inside of a plastic pipe that's protruding from the ground. You'll need a termite axe to chop through some roots to access the tunnel, and you'll also need to bring a bratwurst bomb. In the first chamber of the tunnel, you'll find a gap through a wall that allows you to see into another chamber. Inside of that chamber is a cracked rock, and you'll need to throw a bratwurst through the gap to destroy the rock. Once you've destroyed the rock, continue down into the tunnel and enter the submerged area. Swim through the submerged tunnel until you find a hole in the ceiling that you can jump out of.
There you are again, throwing your hands up in the air like you just don't care.
I'm blind! I can't see! Oh, God!
I need an adult.
I am an adult.
In this chamber, you can find the molar nestled between some quartzite stones in a corner of the room. Here it is on the map. In order to reach this Mega Molar, you'll need to locate the pink toy car, where you can find it in the driver's seat right behind the steering wheel. Here it is on the map. The next region we're going to detail is the Moldork region, which covers the areas around Moldork Castle as well as the area of the upper yard between the castle and the hedge. There are 4 Milk Molars and 2 Mega Milk Molars that can be found in this region. To find this first molar, you'll need to go to the ledge between the pond and the castle and then drop down between some cracks in the stones. Inside, you'll find an isolated chamber with the molar wedged into one of the corners. Here it is on the map. The next molar is found beneath of the dried up fountain beside of the castle. To reach it, start at the ledge that slants down towards the castle. You'll need to use twigs and leaves to jump over some gaps to reach the elevated fountain spout. Once you reach the rusted fountain spout, you next need to drop down into the chamber beneath, where you can find the molar being guarded by aggressive creatures, so good luck. Here it is on the map. In order to get the next molar, you'll need to build a bridge to reach Moldork Castle. You'll need to do this if you want to complete the full story anyway, and as far as I know, there is no way to reach the castle by platforming. Once you reach the castle, use the stairway that spirals along the side to reach the top, where you'll find the molar atop the arena-shaped roof of the castle. Here it is on the map. In order to reach this molar, you'll need to be able to reach Moldork Castle, so some building will be required. Once you reach the castle, you need to go inside of the main room and drop down into the hole in the floor until you find an underground chamber with some ominous lab modules. The molar is located beside of one of these modules. Here it is on the map. In order to get this Mega Molar, you'll need to travel to the backside of the dried up fountain to the south of Moldork Castle. Between the fence and the stacked stones, you can find a Black Widow spider den with a Mega Molar inside. And unless you're very sneaky or playing in a custom game, you'll need to defeat the spider to claim it.
I am very sneaky, sir.
Damn it, I'm stuck!
Here it is on the map. The next Mega Molar in the Moldork region is located inside of the cage that's hanging from the toy castle. In order to get it, you'll need to build a bridge to reach the castle and then use the spiraling stairs on the side to reach the top. From here, you can climb the gooey shaped plastic around the castle's tallest tower and then jump down with your glider to get inside of the cage.
I'm very poppin', y'all.
Here it is on the map. Finally, we're going to cover the Undershed region where you can locate 5 Milk Molars and 5 Mega Milk Molars. You won't have access to this region until completing most of the story quests, so don't try coming here until after completing the labs in the lower yard. The first molar is easy to reach. All you need to do is jump and glide over to the first support column that you see after entering the Undershed. Here it is on the map. To find the next molar, you'll need to drop down into the canyon of the Undershed that's filled with orb weaver spiders. If you follow this canyon to the north and hug the right hand wall, you'll eventually find the molar tucked away in one of the canyon's corners. Here it is on the map. In order to reach this molar, you'll need to be on the far side of the Undershed. That's the side with the lab on it. If you start from the Black Widow tunnel and travel up to the north, you can find the molar hidden in the shadows against the wall of the Undershed. Here it is on the map. To reach the next molar, start from the Black Widow tunnel on the lab side of the Undershed and travel northeast until you find a support pillar next to a leaning board. Using the board as a ramp, you can reach the elevated ledge of the support pillar where the molar can be found behind the column. Here it is on the map. The final molar in this region is found on the lab side of the canyon in the middle of the Undershed. If you use the slanted board beside of the Undershed lab, it will take you to a point where you can glide over to one of the shed's support columns. Using another slanted board, you can climb up into the rafters of the Undershed where the molar is tucked away among some spider webs. Here it is on the map. To reach this Mega Molar, you'll want to start at the entrance to the Undershed and use the cables and pipes to travel across the elevated rafters that run along the side of the Undershed's wall. Follow the top of the plastic pipe all the way to the end where you'll find a hole that you can drop into. Drop down into the pipe and follow it all the way back along the inside until you reach a dead end where the molar will be waiting for you. Here it is on the map. The next Mega Molar is located on the far side of the Undershed, close to the lab. In order to reach it, you'll need to go through the Black Widow tunnel and then travel to the backside of the slanted board that's located beside of the lab modules. You can find the molar tucked between some rocks at the base of a support column. Here it is on the map. To reach this Mega Molar, you'll need to be on the far side of the Undershed. Starting at the Widow Tunnel, you'll need to use the slanted board beside of the lab as a ramp to glide over to the support column and then drop down onto the back side. Using a glider, you'll need to float down from here into the Undershed's pit while staying close to the southwestern corner until you can glide down safely onto the elevated ledge where the molar is nestled. Here it is on the map. For this molar, you'll want to start at the field station in the Undershed that's located atop one of the support column foundations. Using the power cable as a walkway, make your way to the end where it curves up into the ceiling and be careful around the spot where you'll have to platform across a nail. When you reach the end, jump over on top of the pipe and follow it until you reach a spot where you can jump over onto some copper pipes that run under the foam that blocks your path. Follow this pipe under the insulation and then climb up to some wires that are hanging down from above that you can use as a walkway to reach the hole in the pink foam where the Mega Molar is wedged. Here it is on the map. To get the final Mega Molar in the Undershed region, all you need to do is check in one of the corners of the Black Widow spider den. You'll find it nestled amongst some spider web sacks after you defeat the Black Widow spider, of course. Here it is on the map. And that's it. Every single Milk Molar location in Grounded. By the end, you'll have a total of 73 Milk Molars and 45 Mega Milk Molars, which will be enough to completely max out all of your stats. This will make you the most superpowered shrunken survivalist that you can be. Because if you're a fan of Grounded-themed, Grounded-related content presented in tutorial format, then you've come to the right channel, because that's basically all that I do here, and if that interests you, then defeat the like button with a Super Streamer special move, and I hope that this video earned your subscription today. You can also follow me on Twitch for live streams, Twitter for channel news, and join the Tiny Pirate Gaming Discord to discuss Grounded, gaming, content creation, and more along with me and the rest of the #Tiny Crew. So whether I see you here in the comments, over on the Twitch sphere, or someplace else across the Streamiverse, just know that I appreciate all of your support and thank you so much for watching. Until next time.
Arg, matey, watch your step. There be a tiny pirate here.